These two little tags just go in here. And I just stamped an image, used this cute little piece that Julie gave me, a flower from Karen. And then it says, "You're the best" on the bottom. So those just go tucked in there. And then this page here, this is the way it looks like. And the lace just peeks around. And then I took part of an old handkerchief that I had bought at Goodwill. And I took the edge off and put that lace behind there. And I put this gorgeous lace right here that I got from the paper bag lady, Julie. And this is from Creating is Fun, from Martha's Zippet store. This is also from Martha's Zippet store. And I just used this little postcard, tucked it in to the paper there, so she can write or put a photo on it. And then here, what I did was I did some punching with my Martha Stewart punch. Then I used some little stickers that say Devotion, Passion, Togetherness. And I put those down to kind of give it some interest because it was kind of plain. Put this rosette trim that I got at Saw Crafters. This is a piece from the Seven Gypsies collection I just cut out and put on the bottom. And then the tags are a Prima photo mat. This tag I created I just antiqued it up and then put this little poem on here to my friend. Then I adhered the birdcage netting that I got from Martha on top of it. And then I put Mod Podge on the top of that. And then I stamped an image down here, and it was a little bit dark, so I tried to tone it down. And I couldn't get it to tone down, so I decided that I would put some Perfect Pearls in a gold shimmer at the bottom, because that would tone the image down, and then it would also bring out the gold in the top of this Webster's Pages sparkler. And there's two I Am Roses flowers, and this little key that I got from Natasha in my package. And then all of these laces here, these gorgeous laces, are from Julie, the paper bag lady. And then I used this Prima packaging. I thought this was super, super cute. Put a doily on the back of it for a picture. And then it, you know, it says, "So happy, memories with you, cherished moments." So she could use that for a photo as well. And so that's how that goes. Then this page here, I bought this canvas heart at my local Ben Franklin Crafts. And I just adhered it to the paper, left the top open for a pocket. I got this flower from Karen, JB Lady Scrapper 48, as well as these flowers here and this. And I just put these two together and put a little pearl charm in the middle as well as in that. These flowers are from Karen as well. And this I got from Elizabeth's Zibbet store. And this came from Wanda, who's Boxy Belle here on YouTube. Amazing crafter, very talented. I just love her. And I put another one of these cute little definitions of what a promise is right down here. Super cute. Hopefully that's picking it up. And a little bit of the flower bead trim. And I put the pearls around there if I didn't say that. And these cute little rings, I had a really hard time parting with these. I got these from Marcia in a rack, and luckily I got two sets of them, but it says "I love you" right here, and they're two separate pieces, and they're flat, so they're easy to adhere down. I just thought those would be super cute. And then I stamped "You Are Always in My Heart," and then I stamped the man and the woman image and added a little necklace to her. And then I used a Graphic 45 photo mat. I used this little embellishment. I think it came from Recollections, and I just did the stamping on here and added the little heart. And then I used one of my vintage postcards that I got at Goodwill and put some paper on the back for a photo. So that's what that looks like. And let me get this back in here real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, that's good enough. And then, and then on the bottom, I used this beaded trim that I had gotten at Joann's, like super duper cheap on clearance. I bought a bunch of it at one time. I'm almost out. And then this page here, here's some more of that really beautiful trim from Marla, which thank you so much. Some of this flower beaded trim, the small that I had in my stash. And like I said, what I did on this page, this one, I don't know why, but it took me forever to get this page to go together. I just couldn't get it to pull together. So I ended up digging through my stash and getting out the La Romatic paper collection and used a little photo mat from the collection. And I adhered it down and then used some 7 gypsies to go across this direction to give it some little interest, and then used a piece of scrap paper from pulling out of a book. I had this little piece that I saved. I don't have this stamp punch, but I love that. It adds, you know, a bunch of interest to the page, I thought. Then I created 2 different little photo mats. Well, this is a graphic 45, and then she can, you know, use this as well. So there's a couple of different things for pictures here. And then that definition of cherish is up at the top with one of these cute little pieces that Julie gave me, the paper bag lady, and then this pearl piece I had in my stash. I think I got that from Fiona as well. Purchased that from her. I used a piece from a dictionary in the background, and then used another piece of a vintage doily that I had, a different doily. So to add some interest, that turned out pretty cute. And then I still, once I put that picture on, I just didn't know what I was going to do with the page, and I was going through all my papers, and I came across this, and this is from Bo Bunny, if you guys recognize this, and it says, all because 2 people fall in love, and then I added that little graphic 45 image at the bottom, and over here, it still needed something. I made another pocket, used this little piece of this little ticket that I just created off the internet that I had in my stash, and then another photo mat here, and it just seemed like it was missing something over here, so I took one of those doilies and I added 2 really gorgeous, beautiful flowers that Wanda, who is Boxy Belle, gave to me, and they're all glimmered up, so they're stunning. And added the doily, tucked it over, and then Karen, who's JB Lady Scrapper 48, has done this several times, and it's just so cute where you hang a charm off the end of, you know, your little doily. So that turned out super cute. And this is an Artie Cake charm. Artie Cake, I guess it is, if I'm saying that incorrectly. And then this little butterfly button is from Creating is Fun as well. So that's how that page turned out. And then I had this little paper bag that I got at Michael's, and I just put this little embellishment that says, I love you so much. Put some lace from the paper bag lady, very dainty, cute little lace. And then here it says, dreams come true, and more of that lace. It says love over here. And then this little tag I just created, it says be happy, and it has a dress form on the back. Then, I don't know if I said it before, but I had the issues with the binding, and so it was really ugly in between the pages. So I ended up just using this rosette trim that I had in my stash. I originally had bought this at Walmart, and so I used that on every page in between to kind of fill in the ugliness for my mistake. So okay, so moving on to this page. I'm sorry this video is so long, but there's so many details. I wanted to create some type of a fold-out page. Didn't know how to do it, so I watched a couple tutorials. It was super, super late. I couldn't sleep, and I thought I had it all figured out, and once I adhered the paper and got it put together, I realized I'd done something wrong and it just didn't turn out the way it should have. But I was still able to come up with some photo mats for